everybody, Jason Seacrest here. We are going to go through a little taco chili pepper type of a logo. And a good little habit that I've been getting into, and you guys could probably do the same thing if you're not already doing it, is every time you're kind of driving down the street or going into restaurants, just kind of take a look at their logos. And this one just kind of popped up. I was off of Crowdsource, and there was I think it was a quesadilla place that was looking for a logo. So I completely didn't follow along, and I didn't even do it. But it was also just something I've been looking to play around with. Now, this actual little cartoon guy, he was an old character from about, I think it's about 15 years now. So it was a long, long time ago, and I just wanted to update him, kind of give him a little makeover in Illustrator here. And we're going to get right into it. So stop yapping. Let's get into the fun. So what we're going to do is I already placed my chili pepper logo. So if you guys are brand new to this, I'm going to walk you through the entire inking process. This is in your description. If you're watching along on YouTube, all you need to do is just download this, place it. You might need to resize it. Actually, for the most part, it should be ready to go. The format size for this is going to be 5x5, and then I'm also in a CMYK. Alright, let's get cranking here. So I've already got the template. Let's come down. Let's just make that layer a template layer, and that'll give us a 50%. It'll also lock it out for us. And then let's create a new layer, and then let's call this one inking. And I think we are good to go. So I'm going to hide our other guy over here, and while I'm just going through our layers here, I have the black layer. I have our kind of a background with the shape and all the text. I'm going to have the flat color, and then I'm going to have all of the gradients. So that was just a black layer. That was just to clean some things up. This is going to be all the gradients. This will just be the flat color for the chili pepper. And then this is the background layer with all of the text. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, let's zoom in. Let's have some fun here. Now, whenever we're doing the templates and we're doing the anchor points here, just be aware that if you're trying to do it all at once, it's a little overwhelming. But we're just going to do it all together, and it should be a very, very simple, easy process. So right now, I am going to do no fill, and then let's just do a nice, simple black for our pen. I've got one. Looks good. Alright, let's just start right up here at the top. I'm going to zoom in on this guy, just so you guys can see all of our fun. I'm going to click P. Let's just pull all these fun things off. Let's tear these off so you guys can see them. And whenever we do the tear off, this is just one, so you know they're there. And then two, whenever we start saying our shortcuts, you should be able to see all of the things that are being lit up. So these are all the kind of heavy hitters right here. But if I ever say like Shift C, if I ever say the knife tool, you'll be able to see all this. Or even my Shift E, you'll be able to see all of these little guys highlight as we're going through it. So I'm going to click P, that is our pen tool. And let's just kind of give you a process that we're going to follow for our tutorial. So first, you're going to notice that I'm just clicking with the pen tool. Straight lines, not worrying about anything else. Next, we're going to go straight to the Shift C, and that's our convert anchor. And I'm just going to be lining these up. Now, I do have my smart guides on. I'm going to keep those on for now until I get really annoyed. Notice it's still on. And that's really just so it lets me know when I'm grabbing a handle. Otherwise, I'm always fishing. That's straight. I'm going to pull out. Nice and slow. Alright, looks good. This has a point here, but I'm not going to do that one. Let's just go click, click, straight across, Shift C. I'm going to pull that one up, and I'm going to pull that one up. Good. Whenever I say click P, That is our pen tool, by the way. Up. That was just out of habit. Shame, shame. Sorry, guys. Click. Let's come right over here. Shift C. Pull in the direction I want. Pull in the direction I want. Good. Click P. Now this one's coming all the way around. Drag out, drag out. And over we're dragging, notice that I'm still holding onto my mouse. And I'm going nice and slow. A lot of times when beginners are doing this, they get a little anxious. Also, just be aware that when we have our smart guides on, that it says handle. A lot of frustration happens when you guys don't have those on, and you're just randomly grabbing, especially when we get a lot of points. That gets a little intense. All right. Where that's all the little fluff, let's do our eyebrow here. Shift C. And if you guys are following along, just pause, catch up. I'll be here, and we'll just keep on going. So if you guys are following along, I highly recommend it. Let's have some fun, right? Shift C. Oh, I always like ones. P. So this is where we are moving from kind of the tuft or the stem, and these are just going to be chili pepper creases. All right, top of them is done. Look at that. Let's go P. I'm going to go right by his arm because that's going to get covered up. And when I initially built him, this was a big, long one. But since we can do it in chunks now, that'll make your lives way easier. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go right down by his arm. All this is going to get covered up. There's a whole lot happening. So let's just get it done while we have it. I'm just going to see if I want another point. All right. Good learning lesson. So I clicked plus. Notice my add anchor point got selected. I'm just clicking anywhere right now, and I'm just going to drag that bad boy over. A little more rounded. Okay, sweet. Click P. Let's do some eyebrows. Go back to Shift C. Now you're going to notice on the corners that it's pretty much one of them is going to go haywire. And then we just nice and easy bring it on back. And then life is dandy again. So I'm going to focus on the bottom, that little curve first. Good. So that's that one. Okay. Find our anchor point, Shift C. And you might not have caught that, but while I had Shift C, I lost that anchor, so I just went right back to my white arrow, which is my A shortcut, by the way. And then I was able to click on it and then just find it. The tendency would be like, oh, I have to find my handle, and then you automatically click back, and then you're starting from square one again. So just so you're not doing that all day. Let's keep cranking along here. P, P, P. And this technique, I usually just do the hold down Alt, but I know there was a lot of people that were responding in the comments that were having some issues with the holding down Shift or doing the Alt. So I just wanted to give you guys some other little options here. So that's what this was all about. All right, good. Let's go to our circle. And these eyeballs are pretty ovular, so just drag one out and then we'll modify it. And then a little bit more of a curve. Beautiful. Okay, let's have some fun with this one. I'm going to go Control C, Control F. So I have a it's just paste in front, by the way. I'm holding Shift, and that's just so it mirrors the same shape. Alright, good. So this is what I'm going to do with this one. Notice there's this little dash mark. I am going to just flip those two. I'm going to come back to my pen tool. Just build a nice little triangle. I'm going to color it white just so you guys can see it. We're going to hack it out right now. Just kind of see if that's where you want. Looks good to me. So I'm going to hold down Shift. So notice my triangle is selected. Hold down Shift. Select our eyeball. Come right on over, and we're going to minus front. We're going to cut out that little pizza shape. Okay. Now let's make our lives easy right now. So I'm holding Shift. I selected the outside shape as well as the inside shape. I'm going to hold down Alt. And I'm going to line this one up. Bring that on over. Shift, Shift, Shift. And I'm just using my arrow keys right now. What I'm looking for is this outside edge. This is all going to get covered up. I'm just going to do a, let's just flip those so you guys can see what's up. So this is all going to get covered up right through here with the nose. And I'll do the same thing with this one. If you guys like it, feel free. But just so as we're doing it, it's not hiding anything. Click, click. I'm going to do Shift C. Good. Let's do P. So let's do this one right through here. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go right into the eyebrow because it's going to get covered up. That's going to be black. Click, click, and down. Okay, looks good. Shift C. I'm going to do the top of the mouth first. If anyone needs to know how to do a Mo from The Simpsons mouth, there you go. Bring that right back up. So you're going to notice all this stuff is going to get deleted. Let's drag that guy down. And I want that to be pretty sharp coming down. Good, looks good. Let's keep cranking. I say that's good. Click P. That's to reset, by the way. We're going to do rapid fire here. Straight line. Click P again to reset. And then we're going to do the bottom teeth. Good. Click P again. Let's do the eyebrow. Let's go right over through there. Shift C. I'm gonna do I'm looking at this right here, and I want that one to go straight back on up. There's a real subtle little profile, and I just like the tufts kind of peeking out here. All right. Let's do some hands. Some of the stuff is pretty similar, so you guys can kind of get the gist. I think a lot of beginners like this process. Click, click, click. Shift C. And if this is one of the first times you're hanging out with us, my left hand right now is hanging out on the keyboard, just so I can always come back. Click P. You're going to notice we do shortcuts all the time. especially in Illustrator. Shift C. Alright, I like all that. Now we're going to explain the gun part, since that is getting not necessarily complicated, but this is a whole lot of points over here. Click, click, click. Shift C. Also, we are going to delete quite a bit of this. So just be aware that some of these things are just so I can connect the flow, kind of understand the kind of structure of the gun and things like that. And then we're going to just get rid of them. I'm going to put these in here. I haven't made up my mind if I want the Mickey Mouse back of the hands in here yet. But that's what those are. Let's do the bottom part here. This is all going to get deleted, so I'm just going to start right here. Let's go all the way over here. Why not? Shift C. Looks good. So this whole thing is going to get deleted. So if you guys want to learn our nice little scissor, so if that's too distracting, notice I have my scissors. That's just the shortcut for C. And we can always just snip it and then just get rid of it. So that's just so I can connect it. That was it. Control Z, Control Z. But I do want this little tidbit right here. So I'm going to get rid of the... I'm going to get rid of that part. Okay, click P. I think we could get... This is going to be... This is basically the thumb, just so you guys know what we're building. Alright, good. Let's go P. This is going to be for the index finger. Let's go right back over here. Let's just round out those edges. And if ever you guys are pulling in the wrong direction, I do it all the time. It's kind of finicky. Just hang on to the mouse. And just go in the opposite direction. I've got my white arrow right now. And then also, if this is one of your first videos with us, we delete all of these overlappings. So that is a whole other nice little process. But for right now, we just get to relax, and we're just getting our lines down. And that was just so we can get some kind of the ease of everything for our tutorials for the beginners here. I don't know why I just did all that. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, you guys want to do it? You guys ready? Let's do... I'm going to go straight back. More than likely it's going to end right over here. That'll be the barrel. Click P. Click. I'm just going to do some overlapping. P. These guys are really easy. Okay, good. Control Z, click P. So that's what happens if you don't, whenever I keep on saying repeat, and I'm always repeating click P, they just continue the line. Just like that, click P. Okay, good. So let's find our rounded rectangle. And I'm just going to draw this out, and then we're going to place it. Keep in mind this bottom part's going to get covered up by the index finger. Alright, next. I'm just drawing it out and then I'm placing it again. I'm using my arrow keys. I'm looking for this right through here. Looks good. I'm going to do V, and then I'm also going to do Alt Option. Okay, you see the little white arrow? So I can copy, just drag that right over. That'll be the thickness of it. So all that other stuff is going to get deleted. So let's just simplify our lives a little bit. That whole thing. I'm doing C, by the way. That's our scissor tool. I'm still leaving some overlapping, by the way. Deletes. So I just have this little curve that has a little bit of thickness. Let's do a little ellipse here. Just drag it out. There's really no rhyme or reason on this one. What I'm looking for is I just want the I want this to have a little bit more of a rounded edge. So as long as this kind of floats out, it should be good to go. Or as long as you just line it up with the one I already have, you should be good too. Let's do his body real quick. Shift C. Click P again. Click P. Looks good. I'm going to still let this one float up. I haven't made up my mind if I want to get rid of it or not. So it's either going to tuck in right behind this belt here, or it's going to kind of float on up. Looks good. Other good little tidbit is if you can get one that's floating out here, so rather than coming down and grabbing this guy, you only have to deal with one of the handles then. That's also a nice little fancy little trick. It's really not even that fancy, to be honest with you guys. Alright. I'm holding Shift and Alt. Option Alt. Okay, good. Just double check on the gun over there. Good, good, good. Okay, let's do this one. A lot of this is going to get covered up for the belt right now. I'm just seeing if there's any. That's all going to get covered up. I'm just going to go click, click. Reset, click P. Click, click, click. Shift C. I want a little curve. Most of this I want pretty straight. So click here. This will be for his Mickey gloves. I don't think they have copyrights on the gloves. Okay, most of that's going to get covered up. P. Shift C. This is just the other little cuff. It's going to go right into the butt. Okay, so let's do the thumb first. And I know there's a whole lot of points here. So just kind of follow along and we'll guide you through it. Click, click, and then here. So it's going to come up. Here's our first knuckle. Second knuckle. This would be like his, where the thumbnail is. Let's get the first little guy in here. Drop that back down. Let's worry about the first one. Good. And then we'll drop that one back. And this little joint can move up, but this is where the gun is going to go right into that little crease right here. Okay, so while we're there, let's do it. Click, click, and then that one's going to come up to here. All that's going to get deleted, but that's okay. Drag it out. Focusing on the bottom curve first. I still have Shift C, by the way. That's going to go straight. While I have that one where I want it, just pull that one out. Going right into our crease like we said. Good to go. Now this is silly dorky shape down here that used to be a circle. Let's just scale that. Let's just squish it a little bit. Okay, that works for me. I'm going to use C just so we don't have to stare at it. Okay, so I'm just getting rid of that, and we can always move this up if we wanted to. So that would just be the bottom of the, the butt of the gun right here. P. All right, so let's do index finger. Click, click. Basically, we're making just a rectangle first. Just pulling that down. Let's just pull. Okay, looks pretty good. And you guys can always modify fingers if you guys want skinnier fingers you don't like. You can always modify. You don't want Mickey hands. Go for it. Creative license. Click, click. Okay, most of this is going to get covered up. Just looking for a nice smooth curve over here. Nice little smooth curve. Good. Click P. We're on the pinky. Shift C. Alright, looks good. Okay, no guns in school, kids. Remember that. Boom, boom, boom. Straight on down. Click P. Ah, the straight lines. Oh, straight lines. Making it too easy. Reset. Let's do this one. Reset. Oh, another nice straight line. Click P, reset. Oh, shape time. Let's test it, shall we? Let's test it. If I grab this one, I'm holding out Alt option, by the way. It's going to be a little different size, just so you guys are aware. Let's just squish that down. Life is too easy. Life is too easy. Let's just do it again. since it's so easy. Now keep in mind when I'm doing that, I am just dragging it out. I already know I'm going to be modifying the snot out of it when we're here anyway. So it doesn't matter. Good, looking for that curve. Keep in mind a lot of that's going to get deleted. Alt Option again, get the little duplicate. Get the thickness. Good. Alright, oval time, guys. I don't think we'll be able to do it. Okay. Let's just rotate that. Black arrow. Use your arrow keys. Just match it up. Looks good. Circle. Oh, an even nice circle too. Shift and Alt, by the way. Alt is Option, by the way, for those Mac users. Sweet. Gun. Good. All right. Belt time. All right. So for the belt, let's just do this front one here first. I'm gonna go click. Just drag that one on right on down. Now this is all gonna get pretty well black up here, just so you guys are aware. Click. Let's just get that all done here. Click. Shift C. This one's going to be so easy. We're just going to drag that one down and it'll line right on up. Okay, so for this top one, notice that there's a little bit of a thickness to it. Just hold down your Option. Drag that right on down. I can come back with my white arrow. Just use the arrow keys, by the way. I could do it on this one. I'm just going to have to delete these guys. So let's just do that. So I selected it. Alt Option again. Just use the arrows. That's good. Let's just do our scissor. So I'm getting rid of this little corner, by the way. Yep, you. I do not need you. Okay. So here, let's test something out, guys. This is a new little feature. It's not really that new. It's just, it's been there, but it's just, we have not covered it yet. So I'm going to start with line here. Click P. I'm going to start with a line over there. Black arrow. That one is selected. Hold Shift. Grab those two. You're going to go to Object. I believe we're going to go to Blend. Let's make. Alright, let's see if we need to do our options. Blend options. Preview. So this is smooth color. That's not what I want. Let's go. Let's try. That's too many. That's too many. Specific steps. Let's go 10. Let's just see what happens. Alright. Alright. That's not awful. Not awful at all. Just going to go Object Expand. Yep. I might have to ungroup. Let's ungroup. Okay. So now that we have them, these aren't going to be perfect. And that's what we're just going to take our little arrows and we're just going to move them. drag those up. You could totally easily line them up with the ones I already have down. And to be honest, I think I did 8 instead of 10 when I built it the first time. So you might have some extras. So if I want to get rid of that guy, let's get rid of that guy. You can also use the white arrow. Bing, bing, bing. Black arrow. Delete. All right. Done and done with the line work. Oh, it's like ripping off a band-aid, guys. Easy peasy. So, what I would do at this point, let's save, save, save. You guys can label this whatever you want. You can label it chili pepper. We have our inking done. Now, what I would do with this layer, I would save it. I always like just keeping them just for, well, one, I'd build my templates off of this. But let's hide that guy. Looks good. I am going to duplicate this out. Let's hide inking, and so this will be inking. And this is where we are going to start to add in our brushes.